Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Sims 4 Covenant Legacy Challenge. My name is Ronald the Simmer, and this is Season 3, Episode 5. On this night, Princess Celestia, the Lady in Hand, will give birth. She will be accompanied by the ladies of court as well as her husband. She would have a smooth birth, another princeling added to the Odina dynasty, naming him Varys. Even though her newborn son was a boy, the court didn't think much of it. Princess Celestia was a seasoned woman with a daughter of her own. If anything, her having a prince was better for the covenant. However, soon after the birth of Varys, the Lady Alchemist would go to the queen. She told Mora all of the progress she made in curing her of her curse. Lady Jaleesa needed 3 key ingredients: bloodfruit, garlic, and wolfsbane. She acquired all 3, but the amount needed for her spell required multiple of the Trinity. The queen was ecstatic. She thought of the life she could have without bloodlust, the thought of being a full witch. She felt her body frozen in time and reluctantly kept it to herself. With this cure, she could grow old with her children, her love, and her surviving siblings. A life of growth. A week later, Praphanie would marry Master Cyrus. The wedding was quaint, but notable. She was the High Commander and married a former concubine to Queen Elodie. Now the two danced and pranced around in celebration to their union. The goddess and her saints no doubt look on with pride. Hello everyone, and welcome. What is she doing? Why is she giving him to my Armani? But this, okay guys, I just wanted to show you guys this, but this right here is Prince Pluto. So he did age up today off screen. I decided to do it off screen because, you know, it's an infant's age up. It's not like he's turning into a toddler. But this is him, Prince Pluto. So he did in fact inherit his father's silver hair, guys, which I was so surprised by because I was so sure that he probably was going to have black hair, but you know, the game proved me wrong. But he also is just like his sister with the red eyes. So that is so cute, guys. I think that is so cute. So it looks like, so far at least, Moira's children are definitely inheriting their father's hair color. But when it comes to their eye color, Pluto and Orlin both have inherited their mother's beautiful red eyes. You see those red eyes? That is so cute. But yes, and if you guys were ever wondering when Moira does eventually drink this cure, if it does work, because you know I might have it in a story to where it doesn't work. You know, many things could be possible for our queen here. But let me actually get you to take your son back. Is she gonna baby care? No. Give me Prince Pluto back. Is he about to take? I guess so. That's fine. He could take Pluto back to the crib if that's what he wants to do. Just, you know, whatever. um but if you guys were wondering, guys, yes, if you guys were wondering for the 5th time, I think, when Moira eventually does take this cure, it will not change her hair color. Her hair color will remain the same. Her hair will remain the same. Her eye color will remain the same. It will remain the same for everybody. I'm gonna just allow for her to take care of her little boy Varys here, because I mean the game just wants to do its own thing. Apparently, I'm not about to even argue with it. Just do what you have to do, Celestia. Persephone seems to make just about everything her business, because she be a nosy sim. Makes sense. Persephone is the main character after all, according to her. Embrace the change. Would Persephone be nosy? I can see this actually, because she's very curious about, you know, this culture that she was created into. And maybe she just wants to get information about life, so she tends to pry into a lot of things, not unintentionally, but that's just the curious person she is. So I can see that. I'm sorry, I'm getting so sidetracked, you guys. But yes, I'm gonna focus on Moira right quick, and I'm gonna pause so I won't get distracted anymore. But when she does when she does take this cure, eventually she will not gain silver hair. She will remain black. She will remain with her black hair, because it doesn't change her genetics. It just changes her fundamental DNA that makes her a vampire. You know, it isn't going to change her hair color. because she inherited that hair color from my father. It doesn't come with being a vampire. It's just a hair color that she inherited. So, and the silver hair is a part of the witch's culture, but that doesn't make them totally witch. It's just something that is a character trait about them that they prefer to keep within their race, and it doesn't make them witches. It's attached to them being witches, but it doesn't make them a witch. Having silver hair doesn't make you a witch. It is attached to the witches. It is somewhat a part of their identity, but just because Moira was born half witch does not make her have silver hair. So, if you guys are wondering about that, when she does take the cure, she is in fact going to keep her genetics. So, it is going to be interesting to see what type of genetics does get passed on to her children. Especially Minerva. You know, I'm very curious to see how Minerva's life will go. But yes, guys. So at the beginning of the episode, as you all seen, there was a lot of things going on. Specifically, Lady Celestia getting married, and Persephone and Lamont Morgana here, who's now Lamont Vabal, marrying each other. So I did not have like a big wedding. The queen decided to have like a small quaint wedding for Persephone and Master Lamont. Um, so that's exactly what happened, and now they're having a celebration in court, celebrating the High Commander's wedding day, and of course a former concubine, Lamont Morgana. Now I find this very interesting, guys, because Lamont, he's turning into an elder, guys. That is crazy. Oh my god. Should I make a cake for him? I guess. But he is the father to Princess Hera, which is very interesting. So, of course, he was of course the former concubine to Queen Elodie. Her grandmother is Lady Clara Morgana, but he has now remarried to Persephone. While he is much older than I thought. I thought he was like only maybe like I thought he was like 10 days away from being an elder, but I guess I was wrong. He's aging up sooner than I thought. So this is gonna be his last time looking this young. But yes, guys, Persephone has indeed married, and she has married Lamont Vabal. The queen thought it made the most sense considering Lamont was a loyal person to the crown. He is the father to Princess Hera, and he was a concubine for a very long time. So she thought it would be in Persephone's best interest to marry somebody close to the crown. So she married her off to, of course, Lamont. Now she would have been married off to Tristan, of course, but the mother still had other plans. This is actually Princess Nara's betrothed guy. So let's actually get them to meet each other because they really don't know each other. So let's just get the happy couple, the future happy couple here, hopefully, to get to know each other. So is she going to do a friendly introduction with him? I hope so. She also wants to be friendly with Queen Moira, which I'm not opposed to. So let's just get her to, um, I guess, not share a secret. Not share a secret. Let's just get you guys to have a deep conversation. How about that? But it looks like she has not met Tristan. I don't know. Let's try to do this again. Let's try to give him a respectful introduction this time. Now she's meeting him. She's meeting him now. It took the game a little bit to process it. But yes, guys, this is going to be Princess Nara's future husband, Tristan Curran here. I would consider him to be a Nodina just because he doesn't really have a last name. I don't really consider none of the angels to have last names until they get married. So maybe Persephone, like at her wedding day, she just kind of came up with the last name Vabal to kind of make her more ingrained with society. But guys, the queen does want to come over here to Persephone, guys. She's gonna come over here and give Miss Persephone a bit of a hug. Let's go ahead and put on headline effects. Headline effects on so that I can see what is going on. And she's gonna go ahead and basically congratulate Persephone on her marriage. But with this being said, she's also going to give her a gift. Now, Persephone has for a very long time not been a high lady. She's just been basically a Tris, which is a title given to Queen's Guard members. Um, but she has basically promised Persephone here. She's promised Persephone basically, um, when she has her firstborn daughter, if she ever has her firstborn daughter will be granted land and be granted a castle of her own. She will be named a high lady, and the Vabals will not only be on the Queen's Guard, but they'll have a place, in the noble. She's technically still a noble, but she'll be more ingrained into noble society, basically, with her daughter becoming a high lady. Now, hopefully, she does have daughters, because it would be very, very useful. I do apologize. It'd be very useful for the young, Persephone here, for her future daughters to have a place. Like, I'm hoping that she has at least three daughters, two people on the Queen's Guard, and one that is a high lady. But we will just have to see when we get there. We will get her to try for a baby, with Lamont here, hopefully before he ages up into an elder, which is so, so sad. But yes, guys, she has married him. Let me go ahead and replace this. Can I not replace it? Okay, I can. The game is just being laggy. But yes, that's exactly what's going on, guys. And they had their wedding. Lady Celestia, Princess Celestia, not Lady. Let's get her to grab something to eat. I guess she's stuck down there because she left. Oh, what is Prince Pluto doing over here? Okay, okay. Is he hungry? So the butler took him out the room to put him in the council room. Oh my God, this game! I tell you, it really knows how to stress me out. And now you're locked out. Of course you are. Of course you are. I gotta hum to keep myself sane. Okay, so I'm gonna give Celestia access so she can come up in here and grab her serving of food. I'm going to get the queen to come over here and pick up her son because Pluto is a little hungry. So come over here and pick Pluto up. But guys, tell me what you think about the little prince. Isn't he adorable? The child of Lord Kylus and Queen Moira. Now, hopefully, by the time that Moira has her third born child, well, I already know it will be a thing. Um, I'm hoping that the cure comes sooner because I am ready to get the queen pregnant with her third kid. So chop chop, Jalisa. So we are gonna talk about that for a little bit here. Let's go ahead and get the queen to go ahead and pick up her son Pluto though. Um, I granted you access. There you go. Now, after you pick up Pluto, have you picked him up? Okay, good. Oh, look at Kylus. Hey, Kylus. You're meeting your son. I guess you could introduce him to him right quick. Or I don't know. How would I do this? How would I introduce the prince to his father, Lord Kylus? It's fine. Let's just get her to breastfeed him really quickly and then put him in his crib because he is getting hungry. But it's nice that Kylus came over here to come see his little boy. That's so cute, actually, because he did that autonomously. But guys, Thea can be family oriented, sure. Well, why would she be? Because she's talking to Minerva. She just became good friends with Minerva. So why would she become family oriented? Maybe being around all his family maybe has her in the mood to have children. I don't know, but I'll let her do that. But guys, in the beginning of the episode, you guys did see that Jaleesa did come up to Queen Moira and told her all of the progress that she has made in getting with the cure, with her curse essentially, because Moira definitely considers her affliction, her vampiric side, to be a curse. She tried to like it in the past, but nothing ever changed for her, and it's still in the same loop with her, and I think she's tired of this loop essentially. So yeah. Essentially, she's going to of course try to get rid of this curse that she considers to be a curse. But Jaleesa, of course, she was telling her all the progress she has made. Jaleesa has now, guys, let me get to Jaleesa really quickly. Her vampiric lore is at a complete 15, so she is done learning about vampiric lore. um but Lady Jaleesa also, she's now that she's able to like start trying to get the cure done, she's also, of course, as you guys seen, I think last episode, she planted the plasma fruit tree, so hopefully they start growing faster. And then over here, guys, she has her garlic plants and her wolfsbane flowers. So they are both growing, and thankfully, they are not going by seasons, so they will grow on their own. But it is something to note. So whenever these plants do grow, we need 10 of each essentially. Whenever they do grow is when we're going to go ahead and make the cure for the queen, and then she'll finally be able to be free of what she believes a curse and be to her people a full witch. Now, thankfully, no one knows about her plan. And I think she wants to make it a surprise and a celebration to people. Look at Zara, guys. Have y'all been noticing that the only fairy that does not fly is Zar? Like, he just walks everywhere with his wings out, and I'm so curious as to why he does that. Is that like a glitch? If anybody can tell me why, like, I would like to know. But he just walks around like nothing, like a care in the world. What happened? Oh, her discovering herself. But yes, whenever this is done, oh, she's basically done. We're gonna go ahead and put little Pluto in his crib. So let's get the queen to come down here and place Pluto here. And then she can get back to the party. Um Actually, should we do that? Cause today I kind of want it to be I kind of want to have like a day where we kind of focus on our ladies' powers and stuff like that. I don't know how long this episode is going to be, but I do kind of want to discuss a few things like arranged marriages and stuff like that, helping them hone in on their powers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get, well, let me go ahead and disband a group first of all. I was going to do prayer rites today, but I don't even have a church in the castle, which I totally forgot to build. I totally forgot to build. So it looks like we won't be doing any prayer rites today. But maybe next time we'll start the prayer rites. But also, guys, upcoming is the console change. Now, I have not discussed this with you all. At least I don't think I have. Oh my god, and then we also have the high tournament coming up as well. But I have not discussed this with you all, but I did add some things to my rules, and I really enjoyed how Fantasy esque would change her council, her two advisors each season. And so, what I've decided to do with each season, guys, there will be basically a ball. Um, this is what? This is the summer, I think. I forget where you can see this at, but I think, yeah, this is the. I think I'm missing. Oh, no, 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 I'm not missing one. I think it's like every 2 seasons is when the council will change essentially. So it is getting about that time where it is time for another council change. Now I'm debating if I should do a ball and host one, or if I should just wait until the next one. But essentially, in my rules, guys, we will with each time it comes to a new council change, there will be a ball where the queen will determine who will be on her council again. So each lady will be up for a reappointment, essentially. Um, and it could change depending on the amount of friendship she gains in that. So right now in her household, the queen has a high friendship with a lot of people. So I will take off a few, points. Like I might take off 20. I'm gonna revert it back to its original place. But like for Celestia, I might take off 20, give her 80. Same thing goes for Persephone, and Thea. The whole 9 yards, so that essentially they can have room to gain points during the ball. But yes, the queen is going to host the ball. Maybe not this time, and if you guys want me to, we can like do a council change, and we can host the ball in the next episode, determining who will be on the Queen's new council, just let me know in the comments, and I'll accommodate whatever the situation may be. But yes, she potentially will be picking her new council very, very soon, which I think would be fun and interesting. Um, but she might postpone that until the next season, into the next winter, I guess, because the next time, yeah, the next time we will have a council change, it will be in winter. So that'll be interesting for that time. Um, and I'm excited to essentially change the councils, because when I was watching Fantasy X, her let's plays, and I was like, oh my god, this is a really cool idea, like that she changes her council positions. Well, she doesn't have specific counselors, but she does change um her advisors each season, which I thought was really cool, and I enjoyed that. So I want to also introduce that within my let's play. I think that'd be really, really fun. But also, I would like to say something. There is this YouTuber out right now. Her name is River. She's commented on my channel before. Um, and she told me about her stories with her Amazon challenge, and I told her to like post her, like start a YouTube channel, because I really wanted to see what she would essentially make. And I recently discovered her YouTube channel by somebody else telling me about it, and I really am enjoying myself. Well, I really want more content because I watched everything that she has, and I liked everything. It was really nice. I like seeing other people make Amazon content and posting it, because our community is really, really small. And then the person who created these, well, she didn't create them, but the person who basically expanded this community, she no longer has her YouTube videos up. So, you know, it's kind of only between me and Fantasy right now, but I would love to see other people like do this challenge, because it's really fun. And everybody has their own way of doing this, which is like the really cool part about this. Like, Fantasy has her own way of doing things, and I have my own way of doing things. And in River, she models hers like very much after Simple Bliss, which it really brought back memories for me. But if you guys can, like, I would love if you guys could go over there and check out her channel, because I really, really enjoy like the 3 episodes she has of her Sims 3 Amazon up. And I think she was planning on posting her Sims 4 Let's Play, but it never got posted because I don't know, maybe she got busy with life. But River, I did look at it, and I love it, and I hope you continue making more content, because you know, it would be nice to have more people out there. So yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and post that out. I mean, say that. I give a little shout out to her. But yes. But one thing I am gonna go ahead and do, guys, I am gonna go ahead and get Lamont and Persephone to get started on trying to have their first child. I'm gonna get her to take a pregnancy test. It's not gonna be some big thing like we do with the concubines and other consummation days, um, or nights whenever it comes to wedding. She's going to consummate her marriage, of course, but it's not going to be like some big extravagant thing like we do at the high church, and we basically get them into one room. I'm just going to get them to try for a baby, and it's going to be interesting because Princess Hera is going to have a half sibling from her father, because her dad ended up essentially getting remarried. Because you can also say that essentially Princess or Queen Elodie was her husband. Well, no, Princess Elodie was his wife in a way, not technically, but also kind of in a way. I would say, like, because that was her concubine, that was her man, that was somebody that was committed to the queen. But he has in fact been recommitted to somebody else, but it's more equal this time, instead of it being all on Queen Moira. I mean, all on Lord Cyrus, or Master Cyrus, I should say. But I'm gonna go ahead. I think to cut more time, what I'm gonna do is, guys, I'm gonna cut right here, and I'm gonna come back whenever um they essentially try for a baby, and then I will talk about the other things that have been on my mind with this let's play, the stories that are sprouting with our ladies here. Jaleesa is right now going to go ahead and manage their garden as the Lady Alchemist. But I also kind of consider the Lady Alchemist to be somewhat of a spy master. So she's kind of like two in one. She handles the court physicians, and then she also kind of gets secrets from for Queen Moira. That was one of the main reasons why Queen Moira kept Jaleesa on the council. Okay, I think I finally got them at a point to where they're about to try for a baby. I did hit the try for a baby in Sky thing, so off. Hopefully they get to it. Let's see. Let's try to make this happen. Also, guys, tell me what you guys think about Lady Persephone or Tris Persephone's makeover. I think she looks absolutely divine. Like she is so beautiful in her wedding outfit. I loved her hair for this. Oh, they are about to woohoo. Look at her taking him up. It's probably his first time laying with an angel. But I mean, this is probably a very exciting thing for him considering he was not a very well, I would say, I don't think he was a very well loved concubine to the queen. And, it's a very prestigious thing to be a concubine, but, he didn't have the most exciting life, I would say. So now he's kind of having a little bit more freedom and now married to an angel. So I'm pretty sure that this is heavenly for him. And then after we do get her to do that, we can get her to take a pregnancy test to see if our lady here will end up pregnant. Are you guys done? Oh my god, all the fairy dust everywhere. Okay, so now they're done. They were going at it for a very long time. Let's get her to take a pregnancy test now to see if she's, of course, pregnant. Get off of her, Lamont. Okay, this is very interesting though, because it's quite interesting to see the fact that he was a concubine to Queen Elodie, and if she was still living, he would still be a concubine to Queen Elodie. It's crazy how the world works. If it wasn't for the queen dying prematurely through childbirth, she would have still been living. That's so sad. I still mourn her. Let's get somebody to clean this up though. It's a little dirty in here. Jaleesa can come over here and use the restroom. Oh no, that's where she can come over here then. And I guess we can get Amelia to clean up all of this mess. Let's just get her to do it because she's right there. All right, Persephone, it's the moment of truth. Let's see if you're going to get pregnant on your wedding night. Oh, it didn't happen? Oh, she is. Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, good, guys. So Persephone will go ahead and have her first child. She was going to tell Lamont, but what stopped her? Oh, he's a hungry. Let's just get her to share the big news with him. Come over here, share big news with your new husband. You guys have gotten pregnant on your wedding night, which is so good. I'll always love you. Now, a lot of things are happening, guys. A lot of people are starting to get married because it's marriage season within the kingdom right now. People are getting older, so it's time for a lot of marriages to happen. And more so Thea, guys. Thea is, of course, the daughter of um, High Lady Marcella and the daughter of Prince Orin. And she's a very prestigious woman to get married to. She is the child of a prince and a high lady, and of course she comes from a very rich family. Um, and the Crescents have been very involved within court politics for a very long time since the rise of Lady Audra Crescent. So it'll only make sense for Thea to marry one of the princes. And I think that she is definitely eyeing up Prince Sayed, guys. Um, just oh, why is she coming down here to check on Prince Pluto? Interesting. But yeah, I think she's definitely eyeing up Prince Sayed. Now Persephone is. Because Prince Sayed is the child of Princess Celestia. And right now, guys, Princess Celestia is kind of, hot. She's a hot pocket. I feel like she's a very prestigious woman right now. She's a lady hand. She's just formed her own coven. She's been granted land, and the queen. She has the queen's ear. She's very close to the queen, and Thea. She's not a lady. Well, she is a lady actually. I need to actually added that in her name because I don't know why I never edited it, because she is technically a royal lady. She's not a princess, but she's a royal lady because her father is a prince. But she's not a high lady yet because she's not the lady of Crescent Castle. But um, her family kind of went down a little bit right now, at least in Queen Moira's time, because of course she got very upset with Marcella and some of the other council members that were on the council when she was under a regent. And um usually the Crescents would have the title of Lady Hand, but this Crescent here is the first Crescent to be a Lady Stewardess. So she's kind of below like Lady Audra and Lady Marcella in terms of being on the council, but nonetheless she's on the council. She is she's a very prestigious woman on this council. It's not like she doesn't have a place here. Um, and plus she was elected over her mother. But I think Marcella, knowing that she's an older woman now, she's looking at ways to improve her own prestige, her own influence, and she is a claimant after all, guys. She's like a third claimant, or is it a second claimant? But she is one of the claimants. She's definitely not a first claimant, but she is one of the higher claimants. And so she wants to have a husband that is going to elevate her status as a high lady when the time does come for her to become high lady, and her status as just a part of this court. And the best person in her mind to get married to probably be Prince Saik, um, which I do find interesting. But ironically, oh my god, that's funny. Jaleesa also has the same ambitions, guys. So as we all know, Jaleesa, um, oh, his birthday is about to be coming very soon. I think it is his birthday actually. Yep, it is. Varys ages up that quick. But as we all know, Jaleesa's family, they hit rock bottom in Generation One, Season One, after the court basically found out how bad Giselle was scheming. And the only saving grace that the Sonnets had was that the fact that Jaleesa essentially was married to Prince Amir. And with her marriage to Amir, Queen Orlin gave the Sonnets a little bit of grace. They were banished from court for a very long time, but then a war came between Arwen and Moira, and so Queen Orlin, oh, not Queen Orlin, but Queen Moira called for the Sonnets to back at court in support of her. Um, she basically offered them support. If they support her, she will allow the Sonnets to come back to court, and that's exactly what happened. The Sonnets are now back at court. She is a lady alchemist, and she was a lady stewardess on the council, but the queen decided to keep Jaleesa on her council. And maybe that was another reason why she decided to keep Jaleesa on the council, because she did promise Jaleesa if, she helped her win this war, then she would have a place at court. And Jaleesa has so far remained at the queen's side since then. But I do find it interesting. Jaleesa is a high lady. She does have her daughter Orlin, who is a royal lady, guys. If I don't, you guys didn't see it, but off camera, Orlin was here the whole time, and she constantly kept talking to her mother. But they have been missing each other because Orlin isn't at court anymore. She never was at court. She's always been at Sunset Castle, and she probably is a little bit homesick now that her mother is not at home anymore. So she can't. Oh my god, I forgot to. I'm sorry, Lamont. I'm gonna give him a makeover because he should probably have some type of white hair, considering the fact that he he's a platinum blonde haired man. I might just keep his hair the same color because this dark gray stuff is not gonna cut it for me. But yes, guys, Jaleesa, she is a high lady, and she knows how bad her family had fallen during Queen Orlin's reign, and she's trying to get the Sonnets back on top, back at their prime when Giselle was basically the lady hand, the lady knight. And she's the second lady to her family, the second high lady, and her daughter is a part of the royal blood. One of her children is already married, basically a part of the royal family already. Lord Samir, he's in a harem, and I'm pretty sure she's hoping that her son gives the queen a daughter of her own. But she's also looking for her daughter, Lady Orlin, to get married as well. She's still a teen, but she wants a betrothal to happen for her, and she's also looking at Princess Celestia. Now, Jaleesa, she does not want some mere lordling, some mere master to marry her daughter. She wants a prince to marry her daughter. And the most powerful lady right now that has a son that is of age is Princess Celestia. She formed her own harem of her own harem. Well, she did form a harem when she was, a young woman, but she of course married the only person that was in her harem, and she is, of course, guys, now the lady hand to Queen Moira. And she was also the lady hand to Queen Moira during the war as well. She remained on that position, and she has the queen's ear. That is something that she definitely has now. And I might as well just age up her son, considering um it's his birthday, right? Yeah, let's just age him up. But yeah, she is the most powerful lady right now, guys. She just had another newborn son, so that's also interesting. So she has another son to essentially marry to someone. He could possibly marry Prince Varys, because could possibly marry Orlin, or be a part of her future harem, which would be interesting. But the whole point of me saying this, guys, is, as we all know, Celestia is the hot commodity right now. She has a lot of power, and she has a son that has yet to get married. He wasn't selected to be a part of the harem, so it is the perfect opportunity for him to get married, especially because now that Saik is kind of, he's hot on the market right now. His sister has just gotten betrothed off to a Queen's Guard member, so it's obvious that Saik is going to be next. And Celestia, I'm pretty sure, has been thinking about marriages for her children, her son specifically, but she knows that she has a prize, and she is waiting on people to come up to her. But the thing is, her son is kind of going to start pursuing Lady Thea's sister, Robin, because he's trying to get over Prince L. So we are going to focus on this whole plot line next episode. But I just wanted to make that kind of known, that Jaleesa and Thea are kind of going after the same man. They're going after the same boy, Saik, because Thea wants a more powerful prince, somebody who is a part of the High Council, like Celestia, her Princess Celestia. Her son is a part of this High Council. Um, Even though she just had a son, she did just have a child, which probably all eyes are on Princess Celestia right now. She just had a son named Prince Varys, and um, now she has her unmarried son, and so Lady Thea is looking to increase her own influence by marrying a prince, and Lady Jaleesa is looking to increase her dynasty influence and her daughter's influence, by marrying her daughter to a prince. The only prince that, well, they have the Princess of Dynera, but in truth, the queen has a son now, but he's not of age. So there's the Hephaestus princess, but their mother is dead. She's gone. So it would be prestigious to marry one of Dynera's children, but Dynera is gone. She's not on the council. She can't help them get into politics even more than they already are. So the best position would be to marry Prince Saik, whose mother is a high lady, a princess, the lady hand, and has the ear to the queen. So yes, it's a lot of politicking. It's a lot of politicking going on right now. I look at the queen holding her daughter. Oh, what are you gonna do? Let's just put her to bed because I think she's sleepy actually. Yeah, oh, extremely sleepy. Let's just get her to go to bed. So let's get the queen to read Orlin to sleep. I think that'll be really cute. But yeah, that's essentially what is going on, guys. There's a lot of people that are going to be coming up to Celestia very, very soon. He's a sunny kid. Oh, what's going on with the blue hair? Oh, that must be an overlay that I have, but yeah, I can see the silver in there. But he's adorable, isn't he? Oh, he's so adorable. But yes, guys, Celestia is definitely a hot commodity right now, guys. Everybody is looking to the princess, looking to her son specifically, to get closer to her. You know, she is an Odina. She's a part of the Odina dynasty. She is her family, her coven is Ether now, but she's still a part of the Odina dynasty, and she's still a princess. And any child that she has is considered a prince or princess. So it is very interesting to see how people are going to come up to Celestia very soon discussing marriages between them and her son. It's going to be a very interesting thing indeed. But anyway, guys, so much going on right now. Um, I'm gonna end the episode off here because I'm pretty sure I'm over an hour by now. But my name is Rhonda Zimmer, guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.